Well, hello everybody. It's me again, and today we have a funny little thing to look at. So, this is, of course, a crazy position, but it's really, really cool. And the solution to this is beautiful. As always, it's white to move and win this. Our pawns are moving up, so we can promote this one, for instance. As you might see now, black cannot move any piece except for this rook. And at the moment, he is also threatening the knight here with a checkmate in one. So we need to watch out for that. So I will just give you a hint before. Okay, if we just move this knight now, this is not the solution. Black will play the rook to h1 check anyway. And now we have two options, either to put our rook knight in between and we get checkmated and lose, or we simply take the rook, which means this is a stalemate and it's a draw. So there's no easy solution in just moving the knight here or here. We have to be smarter than that. So now you got all the information you need. Now you can pause the video, look at this on your own time, and see if you can find out how white can win this. Go ahead. Welcome back. All right, here we go. So there's no easy solution, I say, not like moving this knight anyway. First thought can be queen takes b3, allowing black to take our knight and then hide our king on a2. Well, it would have been a good plan if it wasn't for this move. Black will simply play the rook to a1 check. And now we have a forced move for white, which is to take the rook, and this is a stalemate again. This is just a draw. So it's not that easy just to take this pawn either. And as you see, we cannot move the knight anywhere. Black will play rook h1 anyway. If we move the king, well, then he's going to take our knight and we're going to lose it. Checkmate in one. So what do we have left? Well, should we sacrifice this pawn? No, actually, we cannot do that either. Black will simply take it. And the same situation arises. He is now threatening checkmate here in one. And if we try to protect it with knight f2, he will play knight d1 anyway. We have to take, and this is a stalemate still. Removing this pawn still puts black in a stalemate, so it doesn't really give us anything. We can look at this also. Then we can take on b3 and protect this square. Well, as we said, black will play rook d1 anyway. We cannot take it due to the stalemate. And if we play the king to a2, here comes the rook a1 again. Check with a stalemate like this. Okay, so we need to find something else. And of course, it's this queen. And where can we put it? Well, we can put it here, try to tempt black to take it. Well, not gonna happen. He's gonna take our knight. We're gonna have to put our queen in between, and we're gonna lose this. So that's not working either. So it's only one more option, and that is, of course, the correct one. Simply sacrifice our queen on f8. Check. That's the starting move to solve this little study, and it's fantastic, of course. Obviously, black only has a one move here, one option, and that is to take the queen. And now, what did this get us? We still cannot move the king. We're still going to be checkmated in one. We still cannot play knight to g3 to protect here. We're still going to be forced with taking his rook, and this is a stalemate. As I wrote in the thumbnail, there's stalemates everywhere. Okay, so can we now sacrifice this pawn as well? No, it doesn't give us anything. Black is still threatening checkmate here. The king move cannot do anything about it, and we're actually going to lose this. Black can play, we can play knight f2. Now black has the option to force a draw, but it can just play the rook here, and we're going to be checkmated, actually, even though we try something like this. Well, we're going to lose this in the end. Now it's force moves, etc., etc. and this is losing. So anyway, after we sacrifice our queen in the beginning, we have to find something smarter. And the smart move, the only move to win this, is knight to f2. This is brilliant, because if black takes here, well, it doesn't take it with a check, which means we can promote here to a queen or even a rook and win this. So after we play knight f2, black cannot take the knight. He's still forced to move his rook, and he cannot move it up the f file, because then we will win in one move. So he's forced to play in here in between. And if he plays the rook to d8, well, then it allows us to start going out with our king here, escaped from this checkmate threat, and also a lot of stuff. So black will have to be more aggressive in order to try to win this or force the draw. So we will play the rook to h8. And now what can we do? This is still a threat. We cannot move our king, it's too slow. This rook will come to h1 anyway. So we do it again. We put our knight in between on h3. Black will do the same, go to f8, trying to get back here, and we will do the same again. We're moving our knight back and forth, a little bit closer every time, until we come here. Okay, what do we do now? Well, actually, we do it once more. We put the knight on f6 anyway. Even though it's threatened by both the rook and the pawn, obviously cannot take it with the rook, it's still a checkmate here. If black now takes this with a pawn, this is a very long variation, but this is winning for white. I will not show you the full variation, but I will just describe to you the plan. We can start with moving this pawn here, which means black cannot put the rook in any open file. He has to go back and forth between these two squares. And then our king can start coming out. We will just go out, pick this pawn, pick this pawn, put our king up here, and then run our pawn up here to force black to move either pawn, and then we will start attacking the rook and make him sacrifice the rook here on one pawn, and then use the other pawn to win, to promote. So that was a long variation, but I don't want to show you 30 moves up to there. Instead, black, if he sees this, he will simply go back another time to h8 and try to get the stalemate variation here. All right. So how do white win from here? Again, if you want to pause the video, go ahead right now. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is not doing anything, actually. Black will go back to f8, and of course we cannot take it. This is a stalemate, which means in order for us to stay alive, we are forced to go back to f6. Therefore, there is no point in playing knight to h7 here. But we actually have a checkmate in 4 moves. Now it's time to sacrifice our pawn. To a queen or a rook, doesn't matter, it's a check. Black has a forced move. Of course, he has to take the queen, otherwise he will be checkmated. And it opens up for our knight to d7 check. This is beautiful. Black is forced again to sacrifice. Now we can simply take it because we are opening up the path for the c7 pawn. We can go to c6 or 2 steps to c5. It doesn't matter wherever he goes. We finish off with d8, queen, and checkmate. So this is how you solve this. Very, very beautiful, long variation. First, sacrifice your queen here. Then, sorry, he'll take it. We move our knight up and closer, closer, up to here. Sacrifice here. Knight to d7, and you saw what happens. All right, this was a pretty cool one, I think. I did not see this all the way from the beginning. I have to tell you, I have to figure it out along the way, but I really liked the solution, and it was very, very cool. Too bad I don't know who the composer is of this one. Maybe you know, then write it in the comment section. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye.